That
Do
one
you want
sounded
some
good.
of that wine, Ange?
Oh, the most disgusting. No.
Yeah, but do you want some of the wine though?
No, it's been a week.
It's red wine and it's downstairs here. It's not warm.
Once it's open, you gotta drink wine within 7 days.
No.
Yeah.
That's today.
Who told you that?
Every single solitary thing I've ever read on wine.
Oh, they're not fucking Italian.
Well, if you want it to, it's not that
Maybe
it goes
they
bad
don't
for the best taste. You
We
got
actually know we drink our wine.
Yeah.
We
What are you
put it
talking
and
about?
drink
Yeah.
it. Yeah, never mind. It's fine.
it. I mean, you can still drink it after a
doesn't
week.
sit
I
in the
have,
face.
but it tastes.
It is.
Well, you
It's
take the
plugged
top
though. It's
off.
not open.
No, I know.
Pump off, put the pump on, pump out what you need, put the top.
I've drank a lot of wine as well, Teresa. And if I have a bottle and it goes past a week, like the taste already deteriorates by around day 6, 7.
Wine is different than
Yeah.
flat wine too. Totally different.
I'm not drinking. It was gross anyway. So, all right.
No, the drink was great. You didn't even try the wine.
I'm not drinking wine. That's
Just having a little shot of wine.
all right. I'm gonna. We ready? Can I count us in?
I'm ready.
Are you ready, Denny?
Hey, hey, hey.
It's fine. It tastes the same.
All right.
It does.
Argument one day says. I
It
just did a
is.
shot
I
of
just
wine
proved
out of
it.
a dirty shot glass. Exactly the same.
It just had a little vanilla taste to it. But it tastes pretty much the same. The aftertaste is very dry.
Probably tasted better with those other boozes in it.
Oh, my head hurts from the
It's
laughing.
clean now. I could try it again, actually.
Anyway.
Let's do it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, it's time for my favorite show. It's time for the Dirty Glass. A show where you go watch three folks get shit faced off their ass. Oh, it's time for my favorite show. A show that can't be missed. So grab your drink and rain it high and let's get this. So grab your drink and rain it high. Let's get this.
Welcome to the Dirty Glass
that?
Podcast.
Nick's all tickery because we're doing wine tonight.
Welcome to the Dirty Glass Podcast, everybody.
What
We're
happened?
sitting here in the basement on Oak Avenue in the Dirty Glass studio, and I can't wait to drink some shit and judge some shit. Bow, wow, wow, yippee, yo, yippee, yay. You'll know why I said that in a minute.
To the funk punk.
That's right. Before we get into what we're doing and what we do, down at the end there, we got Denny the mixologist. Boom. Beside me, Angela Nicole Catherine Hanlon. My name is Nick, and we are siblings. Was that natural?
Like, you're so bad with the emphasis and the syllables. Like, you're fucking it up.
Siblings, yes.
Siblings!
Yes, siblings we are.
Siblings!
Denny, what do we do here at the
Siblings!
Dirty Glass Podcast?
We judge and drink and judge and judge and drink and judge and talk.
And talk.
And then we rate things from 0 to 5 dirty asses, dirty glasses.
Dirty Asses will be a different podcast, but you get the point. That'll be on that OnlyFans. And
So-
what's the theme today and the gloriousness of this podcast?
So before I get to the theme, which I'm very excited
Oh, yeah.
about, just please smash that subscribe button, hit the like button. We're at 199 subscribers, and we're so excited. We thank every single solitary one of you. Very excited. So, like, if you like this content, if you're watching it, we're doing tons of shorts. Like, subscribe, comment. People are commenting. They're giving us some feedback, which is great. So,
Apple, Spotify,
Thank you.
YouTube,
Yeah.
all that shit. And you know what? Before we get into the theme, Corey's been doing Corey's chugs again.
Yay!
Or a take. I'm not sure if it's a Corey's take or chug yet, but I'll put it in right here.
This should get some panties in a knot. From the Shedcast here, doing a taste test for the Dirty Glass Podcast. I am doing a Bud Light Strawberry Lemonade. I've never tried this before, so let's give it a go. Wine, not chuggable. Actually, I'd rather chug it.
Ange, what's the theme?
All right, so the theme tonight, I'm very excited. We are doing wine, and we're doing a particular type of wine. Well, we're doing a face-off, actually. We're doing 19 Crimes,
Yeah, we're doing a specific brand.
which is a specific brand, which, you know, all cards on the table, we've all tried 19 Crimes before, and, like, I personally am a big fan. So we're going to do 2 different types of red wine. And I guess I'll let Denny just introduce the first one.
What's what's the first wine, Denny?
The first one's a Pinot Noir,
Ooh la la.
and it's Thomas Delaney.
Yeah. Yes.
Is this the one we did the record? Because these guys have the interactive bottle,
Yeah.
right? Where you can download the app and it will talk. I'll put a little clip in here of us doing that.
They call me the Dogg Father, king of the West Coast, and I was born to defy society.
Boop. Ange, anything else to say about that? Or about it? Or wine
There-
and factoids and things? I want to cover it.
You're...
I only said about the one thing.
You're yeah, that's true. I have all kinds of facts about this particular wine. So this winery was established in Australia, and what 19 Crimes means, like the significance of that, is basically back in, I guess, the 1800s. Let me double check here. No, 1700s. Pardon me. There was a law. There were 19 specific crimes, pardon me, in the UK that if you were charged with, you could be sent to Australia.
I know. Like fucking English people, right? You do a crime, let's send you away from the rainy, gloomy bullshit place to beautiful Australia. They really know how to punish people over there.
Well, at the time, some of the crimes, like petty crimes, a lot of it was like theft and stuff like that. You were hung, like people were killed. So this was sort of a solution to, like, you know, so they weren't just hanging people for petty crimes. But it was an arduous sort of journey. They had to, like, go on a boat for, I don't know, months. So if they survived, then they had to work dawn to dusk. For if it was a petty, like, robbery or something, it was for like 7 years. And a lot of people stayed there, and that's how they started settling.
Well, yeah, and they make them money because they're working on
Yeah.
plantations and
Well-
wine fields and stuff. Probably.
Well, they also built the infrastructure. It's
Yeah.
the 1700s, right? So they also had. We're not going to get into it too much. I was reading a bit because it's actually really interesting. UK would also send people to America, like Virginia. I can't remember. I think it was Virginia. I can't remember the states, but it's very interesting. So each one of these bottles.
You're in trouble. Go to Virginia.
Well, it wasn't a happy, but yeah, it was, well, because they had colonized some of the places. It was until I think they gained independence. But each bottle, like, focuses on a particular person who, like, Nick's going to play the little video there, and a certain crime. This particular fellow, Thomas Delaney, was from Ireland. He had
Delaney. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Irish as
very
fuck.
Irish. And actually, the large percentage of the people sent from the UK were Welsh or from England. Not, I think it was about 24% were Irish. Anyway, let's cheer. I'm talking too much, so.
I forget the thing. So it's
All right.
It's,
All right. So cheers first.
let's cheers first. So you got to.
So it's 5 S's.
You got a
C. You got a C. All right. So this is not a dark red. Pinot Noirs tend to be a
It's
little
opaque.
bit.
What's that? Is that the word?
It's not really opaque.
It's the opposite of opaque.
Opaque means
What's
you can't
the
see
word?
through it.
It's not opaque. It's half opaque.
It's slightly opaque.
I feel like I'm saying it wrong too. Is opaque the right saying?
You can see through this better than a Guinness.
Oh yeah.
Valid
Yeah.
point.
You can see through a Guinness kind. Yeah, you barely can. I'm
Not
lying.
much.
All right. So
Hey.
is it swirl or sniff next?
No, swirl.
Swirl. Oh,
Because
yeah,
then you
'cause that-
sniff after.
Yeah, 'cause that-
agitation.
Agitation.
Not much legs on it.
Well, this one's a thin one, eh?
So they say, like, Pinot Noirs tend to be a little bit lighter. Sniff.
Fruity.
It's, yeah, it does.
Pungent a little bit.
A little punch to it. I smell like blackberries or something in this one. All right.
A little on the dry side for my
and
taste.
then sip.
It's dry, but it'd be good with a cigar.
Well, I got a mini cigar.
It's just slightly dry. Like, I don't find it super dry, but a mini cigar.
I like it.
I like it. It's not.
I gotta try it with a cigarette now.
I think it's a dinner wine.
Yeah, it would be nice with dinner, actually.
Some meat.
Oh, that's better with the cancer. Oh, it needs that little shot of cancer in there. I don't like this one that much, but it's not terrible.
It's okay. It's okay. It's not like my favorite. I mean, the next one may be my favorite. So,
I mean,
It's good. I could drink it.
But it's very.
It's like with a meal or with like some cheese.
and I know you don't like dry wine, Denny, but it's not that dry, right?
No.
It's
No,
got a
no,
dryness
it's-
to it, but
It doesn't hit you like that tart in the back.
No,
of the
it's more
throat.
of a. You know what I hate is a real dry white.
Yeah.
Is what
It's
I
tough.
can't
They're
stand because
tough.
it's more heartburny than the red.
Yeah.
I have
Or
had a
something.
couple red wines that are so dry that it's terrible.
Really?
I can't think of what. Don't even.
Probably the African ones.
Might
Oh,
have been.
yeah.
Those African ones we did the one episode.
Yeah, I
they
bet you it
were
was
terribly dry and pungent.
I don't like like beer. I mean, to me, it's like drinking to get thirsty. You know what I mean? Like, it's like fucking, you don't go to the desert to quench your thirst. And that's what it seems like sometimes when you're drinking dry shit. But this is nice. I could do a glass of this definitely with dinner, with a cigar. I don't think I'm drinking a bottle of it, even though, let's be serious, I'd probably drink
Yeah,
a
you
fucking
would.
bottle of it.
Well, you
But-
drink one bottle, but that's it. Not a case of it.
I really like this as an Irish guy. I like, what was his crime again?
So his crime was, I didn't say his crime yet because I was talking so much. And we had
Oh, maybe we should guess, Ange.
Oh, yeah, guess.
So, Denny, what do you think his crime is?
It's probably petty theft. Probably stole some food.
I think he was a serial brassiere thief, and he would steal women's dirty undergarments.
Oh my God, maybe he did.
That kind of is one of the 19 crimes.
What, like perversion or something?
No, there's one. What was I read it earlier? Stealing fish. No, that's not.
I'm
the
an
one.
old soul, right, Teresa? I probably was around then. I probably was in jail.
Definitely around then.
I was probably in jail though.
It's something about like just wrecking clothing, something like that.
Yeah,
Stealing-
you know what? We went over that.
Yeah.
The first, something to do with stealing clothing or fucking whatever, ripping them up or burning them. Maybe it was,
Yeah,
was
something
burning
like that.
them.
So you're kind of.
So he stole dirty brassieres. He sniffed them, and then he burnt them. The sniffing and the stealing is fine, but he burnt them. That's Australia or Virginia. Bye. Get that. Put some shrimp on the baby.
I don't know if it's Virginia.
I like it though. It's Virginia
I don't
now.
know if it's Virginia.
Get your ass over to Nebraska or whatever. It sounds right. I mean,
So this one, I think this fellow was part of the. I think he was part of the. Oh, I have the wrong thing up. That's the problem I'm having right now. He was part of
Words
the
are hard.
Fenians. So he was basically part of the British Army and the Fenians, who were an outlawed organization.
oh, cool.
So like the Irish Republican Brotherhood.
I bet you that Peaky Blinder show, it probably has that family in it or something.
I'm gonna watch that. I think this winter.
I'll give you a tip right now. Subtitles,
Oh, is it hard to?
It's tough.
because they're thick
I
accents.
agree. I watched 2 episodes. I was like, I'm gonna watch something else for a bit and then go back to it, and I never went back.
It's
to
like
it.
watching Brad Pitt in Snatch without the subtitles. It's impossible.
I've watched it. I took
Finnegan's.
a double edible,
So yeah, it was the Fenians.
and I can understand them.
The Fenians. I like that.
Yeah. So yeah, I think, but he ended up actually emigrating to the USA in the 1880s when he was on a conditional pardon.
So you like this wine, Ange? You're all right with this one?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3. I like it. It's drinkable.
Oh yeah, score. God.
I forgot we're
Three's fair.
For fuck's
like I
sakes.
think it's like a nice like
Give it a
drink.
4.
No, a 3. I mean, not a 4. But I'm also like red isn't always my jam. So this one's like lighter than some reds. Some of them are just too like thick and dark, like just they're too much for me.
Too thick and dark.
I know that's just gonna get dirty when I say that. So I stopped.
If I was a wino, I would definitely drink red. Because, like, you probably don't have a fridge if you're a wino, so it's good to just have something that you can drink warm.
So I'm not a wino because I used to drink more like rosés or whites.
I think you drink something that came in a bag.
Yeah,
Like in a box.
I'm just saying, like, if I
yeah.
went broke and I'd drink the cheapest thing, I'd be a wino for sure. And it'd be red because, like, and I just have it open beside me.
If you had the box, you just lift it over your
Yeah.
mouth.
I would, you know what, just for, because I'm still a status guy, So I'd probably buy one of those big fucking bottles you have to hold with your thumb. You know, the big one you buy
Yeah,
sometimes.
the Carla Rosa.
That's what I fucking drink.
And drink out of that.
And that's what? That's like $15 for fucking a liter or whatever, or 20.
Well, I think it's $25 for 1.5 liter.
That's what it is. It's a huge
no,
bottle.
1.5 liter?
I think it's
No, it's a 3 liter.
I think it's 3 liter. Yeah, it's a fucking.
Because the Magnums are 1.5.
All right, so Angie 3.
I'm a 3.
I'm gonna go 2.4.
All right.
It's not bad. I don't like it that much, but it's all right.
I'm at a 2.5. It's pretty good for a red. There's very few red wines that I love. I like this one, so.
It's funny though. The more you drink it, the less dry it gets.
I don't find it dry at all. There's a bit of fruitiness to it.
Maybe all wine's just a little dry.
Yeah, unless it's the homemade blueberry wine.
I just think it depends on, I don't know.
Unless it's Uncle Bernie's wine. Shout out Uncle Bernie.
Yo, Uncle Bernie.
Uncle Bernie?
Did you get like an ash in mine though, Nick? I think you did.
Did I?
think
I
so.
could drink it. You want me to drink it?
I'll drink it. It doesn't matter.
It's just it's protein or whatever. It's in ashes.
Well, are you gonna drink that?
I wouldn't drink that if there
fucking
was
drink
no
it.
ash in it.
Drink it.
That's fucking poison.
I swear to God, you should drink that. I wish you were poor because I'd
If
offer you
Peg was
money.
here, he would drink it.
If we offer him $100, he would bubble it down.
Like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, we might have.
If you offered him $200, he would.
Oh,
drink that.
$200? Oh, fuck, he'd
Oh,
drink
yeah.
Nick might drink. Nah, Nick,
Nick
wouldn't
would
drink
not
it.
drink
No.
that.
I know.
Nick wouldn't drink that for $1,000.
If you give me 10 grand, I'd drink it.
That's way too much.
I know. Well, I mean, that's the thing. I'm good.
On camera, though.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the worst part because that cigarette butt bubbling into your gullet.
Well, you just have to pucker your lips so the cigarette butt doesn't go in.
No, that's be part of it.
Well, you have to drink the cigarette butt?
Well, you just have to open your throat.
You just, all I would think is bubble tea, bubble tea.
That's true.
Valid point.
So, I think I said earlier, bow wow wow yippee yo yippee yay. I wonder what the next wine is, Denny.
I think it's Cali Red Snoop Dogg. Are you guys ready for some good shit?
Yeah.
Laddie daddy, I likes to party. I don't cause trouble. I don't bother nobody. Just some blank who rocks the mic. And when I rock upon the mic, I rock the mic right. So,
How are you making that all up?
It's like magical. It's magical.
Like you're making lyrics up. It's so awesome.
So this is Snoop Dogg's wine. Snoop Dogg, I'm pretty sure at this point in my life is absolutely my favorite rapper, and one of my favorite musicians all around. I fucking love Snoop Dogg. I listen to Snoop Dogg quite often, and I'm excited about this one. Ange, do you have any? What's going on? Yeah,
So
words.
So 19 Crimes is actually, of course, originally an Australian winery. This was their first wine outside of Australia. This one's a California wine. So they kind of, they got together with Snoop because they said he's got the defiant, bold character sort of guy who lives, persevered, hard work and whatever. And held this guy, he knows what he's doing, right? So this one is a blend, though, so it's not just one type of grape like the Pinot Noir. This is a 65% Petite Syrah, 30% Zinfandel, and 5% Merlot.
Okay.
Petite.
So we blend. That's interesting.
It is interesting.
I got
that
a-
smells so good.
I got a couple of fucking Snoop Dogg factoids.
That's what I assumed you would. That's
Can I-
why.
can I do
Can we
a
do a
couple-
cheers first?
Can we cheers
Let's
first?
cheers.
So we can,
Let's cheers up and do our S's or whatever.
Yeah.
So we're gonna swirl. We
So
can't really
notice
swirl
this one is opaque, though. Do you
Then
see?
he's
There's
got a-
no sight. This is
This is
Guinness of
opaque.
wine.
This is the perfect glass to do a deep pour. By the way, Denny, this is good.
Well, it's that's
I can barely swallow. It's
That's
good,
what I mean.
though.
You can't swirl much,
You don't need to.
but you just gotta move it
swirling a lot.
around,
Oh, I spilled
agitate, just like what I do to Ange. Agitate,
Yeah.
smell, sniffy. Do you got to do the cock sniff first, or is that just brandy?
That's just brandy.
All right.
What are you guys smelling on this one?
it's fruity with not as much pungency as the other one.
It's like a smoother, fruity smell. Oh, it's so nice.
Yeah, it's so mellow.
Yeah, that's right. Just like Snoop.
Yeah, just like Snoop to the Loop.
It's cool and mellow.
So you guys know Snoop Dogg quit smoking weed for a whole year one time.
Did he?
Because he's a coach. He coaches his son's football, and they challenged him because they kept on every time he'd show up for practice. His words, not mine. They kept on saying, "You smell like Uncle whatever. You smell like my uncle." Well, let's say Nick. You smell like my Uncle Nick because he always smelled like pot or whatever. So they challenged him to quit smoking weed for a year, and he did. And then he started right back up. Snoop Dogg, known as a pimp, maybe a guy that might fuck a lot of women or something. Like he's got that. That's kind of his I don't know, persona.
repertoire.
Except he's married.
He actually married his high school sweetheart in
Yeah.
1997.
So nice.
Snoop Dogg almost went to jail for the rest of his life at one point.
Why?
Because he got charged in a. Didn't he just hold the side button and it should turn off? He was charged because he was apparently, and he got off on this, but he was apparently a driver in a drive-by shooting.
Oh my god.
And I mean, he got proved wrong, but he was just becoming. You got to hold the side button, Denny, on the right side, whatever. Just hold that for a couple seconds. Yeah, so he almost went to jail for murder because when you're the driver of a drive-by, you get charged with murder.
Holy fuck.
He actually has a song called "Murder Is the Case," and that's kind of about that. He ended up getting off, but he was like, Doggy Style just came out,
Oh really?
and his biggest album, and then he was going through court and stuff like that, and luckily. I assume he's innocent, so he got off. So luckily for us, we get to hear more of his music. Snoop Dogg also quit rap at one point and did reggae.
Really?
He changed his name to Snoop Lion. He has a reggae album out.
Have you?
Pretty
have
good,
you heard
apparently.
it?
He won a Grammy for best
Wow.
reggae album. So those are a little
Nick,
known facts.
lot of great.
As everybody knows, he was at the Super Bowl halftime show, the greatest Super Bowl halftime
so
show,
good.
in my opinion, of all time. That and Prince, maybe. Yeah.
And he cooks with Martha Stewart. Don't forget.
Well, and the interesting thing is he's partnered up with Martha Stewart, and when you see those two together, you understand that Martha Stewart's the only one of those two that have actually been to jail. She's more gangster than Snoop Dogg. That's more of a Martha Stewart factoid, but whatever.
But I am.
Well,
all
wait, we
good.
gotta still drink Martha's Shard. Ooh, it's fucking good.
And has anybody seen Starsky and Hutch with the Ben Stiller one with Snoop
No.
Dogg?
Yeah.
Oh, you got to watch that. He's what's it? Huggy Bear, Denny?
Yes.
Huggy
yeah.
Bear. He's like the pimp, but he's like the rat.
I
Like,
haven't
gives
seen it
tips.
since it was new, so
That's the
it's been
movie
a
where they're
while.
like, do it. Do it. Right? That's one to watch, Ange, if you've never seen that. That's him and Stiller and Owen Wilson. I think that's enough out of me, though. Are we sipping?
I've been sipping for a while.
I know I filled mine up 3/4, so I've been sipping for a bit.
That is not dry. That tastes like juice. I love how it tastes like juice.
Like Welch's grape juice, but a million times better.
It's so much better.
Exactly.
Not as sweet. Like it's not got that pungent sweet taste of Welch's.
I mean, Snoop Dogg maybe toss some gin in here so you can have some.
Gin and
Gin and
juice
juice.
mixed
Gin
in.
and
Yeah. This is one of my favorite red wines. I've tried a few other ones that are, close. I don't know, maybe better, maybe worse, but like this style. This is pretty much the only style of red wine I like.
Okay, good to know.
Is not dry, but not sweet.
Yeah, juice.
Yeah, it's not. That's exactly. It's not sweet. It's just kind of like it's somehow fruity without being super sweet.
It's got a sweetness aftertaste to it, but it's
deep.
not
It's just
definitely
nice.
the main.
It is a deep flavor.
Yeah, the thing about this wine, it's a nice.
You did that wrong.
It's a nice.
You're off with the things you do normally. This is my favorite.
'cause I'm
red.
drinking wine
This
at
is my
home,
favorite red wine, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. So are you done on the factoids on this
I
one?
have so many more. Not on. I mean, I just have more factoids on sort of the 19 Crimes stuff. You gave a lot on Snoop Dogg.
It's so tasty.
A couple things. Maybe I did say it. Maybe I'm done on factoids. I mean, I have the 19 Crimes. Do you want to guess any of the 19 Crimes?
Oh, what the 19
Yeah,
crimes
what they
are?
were.
Oh yeah, we started and then we got sidetracked.
Yeah.
I assume
Tonight's like a very sidetracking night.
is one of them pissing in your neighbor's shoes.
No.
How
I was
about-
gonna
how
say
about-
close, but no.
How
Dang.
about eating your neighbor's cat?
Oh,
Oh no.
okay.
But you
Should
never
be.
know. It's
Should
weird.
be though.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Well, but
like,
he's closer. Stealing fish from the pond is one.
which pond?
Just the pond, from pond or river.
You think there was a pond back there
Well, no,
called?
because I think the queen owned all the
Oh, she-
everything in the water.
Yeah,
That's true.
that's true.
I'm pretty sure.
Do you want to know my favorite one?
and then
is
any hunting in any forest, because the queen owned the forest, you weren't allowed to do. I think
that's possible. I mean, you're not allowed to steal roots, trees, or plants.
from the forest.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course not.
They had the thumb on.
Isn't
the
that
fucking
isn't that crazy? Like you can get sent to a whole other country. But
people.
the
for salvaging.
assaulting, cutting, or burning clothes. That was the
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
from
remember?
earlier.
Yeah.
It's like
And I always like, what's the details around that?
Well,
I
probably for murder,
What's
for
your
evidence.
Oh, interesting.
that's an interesting take.
Because I just
That's an
I went to
interesting
that
take.
like, why do people burn clothes? Because
my
it's
God.
evidence.
What's your favorite, Ange, before we score
Well,
this?
first of all, my favorite, because I just don't understand it, and I didn't have time. I wanted to look it up. Impersonating an Egyptian. I just don't I don't understand.
I like that.
Like that's a crime.
That makes sense to me.
They had cancel culture in 1700, man. You can't cultural appropriate back then, dear Lord.
I just that one
An
just.
Egyptian.
I
What is that?
Like that
did that
person-
as an airband.
You would have
Oh,
went
no,
to jail. You would have went to
Oh my God,
Virginia.
that's true. Oh my
You
God.
would have been sent to Virginia.
Maybe that's why they did that song.
All the old paintings on the tombs, they do the same dance, don't you know?
And then the Queen loved that song, so she got rid of that law.
If they move too quick, oh way, oh. Okay, yeah, let's rate. Sorry, there's so like I mean, what was the other fucking? Well, still, yeah, impersonating an Egyptian. I think I talked about this before. Setting fire to underwood. So you're right, like in terms of the forests and the fish and stuff.
Because the royalty owned everything. Yeah. Everything that was out, like when the tide goes down, you're not allowed to go get the shellfish, I don't think. It was a bunch of stuff like
Really?
that. Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh, and clandestine marriage. So you couldn't elope, I guess.
Gotcha. Yeah,
Oh,
but that's,
so
that's
you
against
do
the
the
church.
church.
That's against the church.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
That
See,
one
this is
actually
a
makes-
good. This is a.
I mean, it doesn't make sense because it's stupid,
makes-
but it makes sense.
It's because they didn't want people to do pagan weddings because there's no tax. I'm sure there was a tax.
Okay. Yeah.
'cause
Well, of
there
course,
still
on the
is.
church. Yeah. Okay.
All right, so I'm going to give this.
Nick?
I'm not even ready yet. Anybody else want to go?
I'm ready.
Danny?
For a red wine, this is a 4.5 for me. One of my favorite red wines. Top 3 that I've ever had.
I'm also a 4.5. I'd
Wow.
already written that down. It is my favorite red wine, but I'm leaving space for others in the future.
Well, yeah, we haven't tried a ton of them, but
I have not. That's why 4.5 though. It's good. I highly recommend it. This is my go-to. If I buy red wine, this is what I buy.
I in general hate wine, and I buy this once in a while.
Yep.
Right, so that says a lot about this. If you're not a wine drinker, give this a fucking try. Just a little sip, so man, like just pretend you're drinking like fire or something. Like just little sips. If you're drinking fire, yeah, you just take little sips of fire. You're not gonna take a big sip, just little tiny sips.
Well, and bring it to a party. So when they open it, just take a sip. So there's no, you bring wine to dinner party.
Or if you're like me and you like to drink alone in the dark, just take little sips of it once in a
You know
while.
what would be really cool? If we could send this to Snoop, to when you open the bottle, it does like the beginning of the song, of the one song that he does.
Oh, that'd be
Like inside the bottle,
that'd be
came
such
out
a-
like those cards you open up.
that'd be
Yeah,
such
but-
a good idea. Really, you should be when you do the phone thing with Snoop Dogg's. It should have fucking a song.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can do that with Snoop Dogg's. Anyway, so I'm gonna say a 4.2.
All right.
I love it.
4.2?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
love
but
it.
it's for red wine though.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you're not higher.
You know, I changed it to a 4.5. I actually wanted to say 4.5,
Triple
but,
4.5s, that's the first
but I
time.
didn't want to do
Bing,
it
bing,
three-way
bing,
tie.
bing, 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 bing.
But I guess that's what I was thinking earlier.
Come on.
This is good.
I mean, a 4.5, when you give something a 4.5, that's pretty damn
That's
close to perfect.
really, really good.
That's a 90%.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe I'll try something that's better and I'll change my score in the future, but right now it's a 4.5 because it's literally the only wine I like.
I like one from the probably 15 years ago I got it. It was called Artist Choice from Metro. Like it's from the wine store. I forgot. I think it's called was it called the wine store?
Yeah.
It's called Artist Choice. It was like $20 a bottle. It was similar to this, but a little deeper. I liked it better.
What was it called?
Artist Choice.
All right. So I don't think we need to do too much math on this one.
No.
Did Snoop Dogg win?
I mean, clear winner. Clear winner is Snoop Dogg.
I mean, look at the bottle. It's floating right now.
Yeah.
How good the score was.
Snoop to the loop. Snoop to the loop. Hey. You know, Snoop Dogg's got a lot of famous cousins, one of them being Sasha Banks, who is a former WWE champion. She actually wrestles in Japan now. Also, Nate Dogg, who's a famous rapper, G Unit. He's related to half of Death Row Records, that motherfucker.
G Unit.
Yeah, he's a rapper.
You got so many facts on Snoop Dogg.
I love a Snoop Dogg. So hey guys, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Apple, Spotify, YouTube is a biggie.
Yeah, YouTube's
Check
a
out
big
our
one.
shorts. Check out the whole episode. Leave a comment. Leave a like. Share it. Put that little dingy ding thing where it tells you there's an episode. Do that. The
Notification?
Notification.
The bell.
Ba-da. Bell. 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 Any last words, guys?
No, you killed that. That was awesome.
Have fun, guys. Drink some Snoop Dogg.
Cheers.
Bow wow wow yippee yo yippee yay. Bow wow yippee yo yippee yay.
Larry has words.
Bow wow wow yippee yo yippee yay. Bow wow. Snoop Larry. Bye.
Well, that was my favorite show. That was the Dirty Glass. You just watched a bunch of folks get shit faced off their ass. Oh, that was my favorite show, a show I never miss. But now it's time to say goodbye, 'cause we are this. So now it's time to say goodbye, 'cause we are this. No more whiskey.